So a little bit ago, I talked about a story of ICE detaining someone in our community in Cincinnati for no other reason that they are brown and not Christian. They're Muslim. Ayman Soliman is a chaplain at Children's Hospital here in Cincinnati. Chaplains serve a vital, necessary role in hospitals, especially in children's hospitals, to be there of comfort for people who need it, for people of their own faith going through difficult times. Because I don't know if you know this, when you're in the hospital, it's typically not because of a really great and simple, lovely thing. It's usually a very difficult circumstance. And someone that's there to comfort and help people, that's a good role. He was detained by ICE and sent to one of our concentration camps here in Ohio, Butler County. He is here as an asylum seeker and was granted asylum here and works, has a job. But because he is brown and Muslim, this administration, this regime, helmed by tiny fascist Stephen Miller, do not want them in this country. What threat do they pose? They are brown and of a different religion, which is unacceptable to people like Stephen Miller. Unacceptable in the fact that they want to make clear association with individuals who did bad things so that they can justify their hate of entire groups. This is their playbook. In relation to that detainment, people are upset, rightly so. Last Thursday, a group of them wanted to protest, to make their voices heard. But as is typical in this regime, there is no tolerance for anyone posing an opposition to what they are doing. The police showed up and 15 people were arrested, 2 of them journalists for City Beat, and many of them were beat to shit. You can find these videos on TikTok if you want to look. I'm not going to show them here. Now, I want to make it clear too, Cincinnati is in Ohio. We're in southwest Ohio. Along the Ohio River, across the river is Kentucky, Covington and Newport, which are basically all a part of Cincinnati. This happened on a bridge in between the two states, the two cities, Covington and Cincinnati. Those that were arrested, the 15, were all arrested by Kentucky officers and charged with rioting and not being peaceable and resisting arrest and all of the things that you're typically used to hearing when it comes to protests and police just not liking the fact that people are doing that, exercising their right to free speech, which, let's remind ourselves that no law respecting or abridging the freedom of speech or of the press or the right of people to peaceably assemble. What does peaceable even mean? Does raising your voice mean that you're not being peaceable? Does carrying a sign pose some sort of threat that makes you not peaceable? Any of these things can be easily concocted by police to justify their stern, violent, hateful reactions to people exercising their free speech. Kentucky doesn't have a really good history with race relations. These are all misdemeanors. All of these charges are misdemeanors, but I guarantee you they're going to throw the full force of law and treat them as if they are criminals. They'll treat them like murderers because they said things that they didn't like. They protested against a regime that wants to get rid of all brown people, all people who don't share the same faith, and eventually that's going to be to all people in this country, citizen or not, who are in opposition. This is the playbook. This is what's happening. They're first starting with small groups of people that they already hate, that they find one example, which is why they love Lake and Riley so much. There's never been a murder that they are so happy to have happened that they can say, now we can blame an entire group of people for that one person's actions because we hate those people. Try to do the same thing all the time with trans people, with gay people, to find a singular action by any one of them to say, they're all bad. I wanted to bring that to people's attention because this shit is happening everywhere. It's not just in LA, it's happening everywhere. And it's not gonna just stop. Power doesn't just suddenly want to abate and like, we've done enough, we've gotten all the power we need. No, they always will take more and do more and never stop. Don't let the threat of being imprisoned, of being beaten, of being yelled at, of being threatened stop, because that's what they want you to be afraid of what they're gonna do. But fuck them.